Hey, it's Mother's Day. And I was just realizing today just how much my mother contributed to how I saw it was okay to be as a human being. What I saw was normal. Now, not all of that was the easiest thing in the world to take. Some of it was tough. But I hadn't really realized until today that she showed me every single part of what's important to me in my life right now. That she showed me that you can write music, and I'm going to sing a song in a minute that I wrote for her, and then I'm going to sing a couple of songs that she wrote. And she showed me that someone can come to you and ask, how does music work? How does music work? And that even if you haven't gone to school for this, whatever you know, you can pass on. And if you answer their question honestly and in a straightforward way, they can then take it in the way that they need to. So I want to tell that story as well. And of course, if you've ever been to one of my concerts, you know that her voice was such an important part of my life. And not just her voice, but her ability to and willingness to transform, to shift from being an ordinary person to being someone who is being music. She sang all the time. And I also learned recently that she was very nervous about auditions. So while I got to be front row all the time to her, very few other people did get that opportunity because of her anxiety about auditioning. And I understand that. And I got that too, in different ways, that anxiety about showing up, that anxiety about visibility. But when she was in a place she was comfortable, like the living room, she would put on these recordings that she had called Music -1. They were great arias from operas, and she would put them on, and I would experience that transformation of a human person, just a regular person, transforming into a storyteller with music. And it was magical. And it showed me that inside anybody who's walking around, or it made me, I construed that around anyone who's walking around in the world, there is this other person inside of them that with the right conditions, this person can transform in front of your eyes into something that lets you into a world that is truer and yet completely different than this everyday world. And this became a gift in that I am looking for that all the time. That, as I said in a song that I wrote years ago, I wrote, if once you've heard the angels sing, no matter where or when, your heart will beat at the walls of your life, longing to hear it again. And for me, that awareness or belief that inside every person is this magnificent conduit, this catalyst, this I don't know, wormhole to magnificence, not with, grandiosity, but this magnificent wormhole to the everyday magnificence that's in every person. And so I've spent my life looking for that, in just waiting at any moment that any person that could happen. And I've seen it when someone is whistling to a child, like a child is in a stroller and someone's whistling or singing to them and doesn't know that anybody's hearing them, or someone who's just whistling on a happy day. And it's like the whole world opens up. I didn't come on here to start crying, but I'm so grateful for this. And I want to share this. Even though so much of the time I feel like I don't trust the system. I don't know if it works. I don't know if you can hear me. Even though, and that's one of the reasons that I'm on this particular system, is because it connects through live stream to like 4 different places, and theoretically, if you're seeing it, you can make a comment and I can see it, so that I would know that people are there. But I want to say this anyway. I want to connect with this today. I know Mother's Day is whatever it is for Hallmark or whatever, but it also reminds me that every day, any day, at any moment, we can connect with gratefulness. Regardless of what else has happened with the relationship that we're in, we can connect with gratefulness to what we've gotten. So let's see if I can get through this song. This is a song about my mother's voice. And it's not about her singing opera with music -1. It's about her singing because she sang all the time. And in particular, every morning she would come in and she would hit my pillow, and these dust motes would fly into the air, and they look magical, like these flying, like fireflies, thousands of tiny fireflies. And I would try to catch those fireflies. And then she would sing because it was morning. And then every night, she would also come to my bed. And while in the morning, when she sang, it was as if she was my lark. When she would sing at night, when she would sing lullabies, it was as if she was my nightingale. Who will sing for the nightingale when the night is gone, when the daylight comes? Who will sing for the nightingale when she sleeps alone in the sun? Many's the time her silken tones soothe my rough and weary bones. Many is the time her lullaby took me to my rest. But who will sing for the nightingale her own sweet song song is silent now. Who will sing for the nightingale when she sleeps alone in the sun? Many is the time her silken tones soothed my rough and weary bones. Many is the time her lullaby took me to my rest. But who will sing for the nightingale? Her own sweet song is silent now. Who will sing for the nightingale when she sleeps alone in the sun? When she sleeps alone in the sun. I was thinking when I was playing that, when I started to play it, I thought, oh God, I wish I had some reverb on my voice. I wish I had the production, to know for sure like that this sounds great. And then I thought, well, wait a second, that's not what I heard as a kid. I heard one person standing up there just in a room, no production, no nothing. And I thought, all I can do is to try to take that thing that I saw, to take what I saw and what I heard, and to try to bring it into the world and to share that in some way. Well, thank you, Sophie, and thank you, AG. Thanks. So I also wanted to talk about other things that I realized about her and what a big part she's played in my life, because she also wrote songs, and I grew up singing those songs and just kind of thinking like, yeah, everybody writes songs, like that's what it's like. And so I wanted to play two of those songs because they've been very influential, the styles of these songs. So one was, there is a man in the moon, but he is only a lunar fancy. He isn't my type, because I know that I like the real ones. He has the stars for his friends, but there his company ends, and he is left in the sky just to wait till the night passes by. He won't complain. The wind and rain don't bother him at all. He's there to stay. He can't go away. He greets me each evening from winter to fall. He knows that his place is above me. So if I am wanting a man to love me, I mustn't fall for the man in the moon, 'cause he'll never fall for me. Oh, I won't complain. The wind and rain don't bother him at all. He's there to stay. He can't go away. He greets me each evening from winter to fall. He knows that his place is above me. So if I am wanting a man to love me, I mustn't fall for the man in the moon, 'cause he'll never fall for me. He'll never fall for me. La la di da da di da. So that was one style, and that was a song that was just always there. But there was another song. So let's see if I can play that song. Oh, I haven't played this song. I might have to change the key. Let's see. Let me try this down a little bit here. So that was sort of the vaudeville style, or just the la 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 la, which was, this really interesting. Anyway, so but here's another style. So let's see if I can do this. I'll just test it. Okay, let's give it a try. So this is like Latin, Latin style that I love so much. So this song was called Nightfall. I don't know how old she was when she wrote this one. I don't know how old she was when she wrote the other one, but I'm thinking she was in her, between 15 and 20, because she had me when she was 20. So, and I remember this, to me, these songs were always around. Anyway, nightfall and the fall of my daydreams. I'll be alone, it seems, at nightfall. Evening and the at nightfall. I was so sure I'd see the promise of joy in the clouds above, but evening shadows falling find me still without the one I love. Before I go to sleep, I will wish on the evening star that whether he's near or far, he will answer my call and hurry back to me before the next nightfall. Okay, I guess I've forgotten some of the words. Let me try it again, a little slower, because it's a sultry song. Nightfall and the fall of my daydreams. I'll be alone, it seems, at nightfall. Evening and the shadows at nightfall. I was so sure evening shadows falling, find me still without the one I love. Before I go to sleep, I will wish on the evening star that whether he's near or far, he will answer my call and hurry back before the next nightfall. I always hoped that was about my dad. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. So that's one song that I wrote about my mother, and two songs that she wrote. So she had a huge impact on me as a performer. She had a huge impact on me in Latin music, and not just from the songs that she wrote, but she and my aunt would sing these dramatic songs. Oh God, I can't even remember. But with these, like, I don't know, tango songs. And so they had a huge impact on my vocabulary and my sense of loving Latin rhythms, bossa novas mostly. But she had another really big impact, and it's interesting because I've told this story a lot, but I didn't realize until recently what an important impact it had on me as an educator. And it went to this. So I didn't have music lessons when I was a kid. When I was 7, she taught me how to play the ukulele. And this was this huge moment for me. She gave me a framework. She sat me down, she gave me the 3 chords and showed me how to strum it. And that was it. That was all I needed. And I had that experience. I hope I will never forget this. I remember it. I can see myself. I can see, like, as if it was in this, light. I mean, just as if for the first time I had ever seen my fingers in these shapes and heard how it worked. Before then, people would be playing ukulele and singing, and I would sing with them, but I didn't have the ability to play myself and sing to accompany myself. So I was always dependent on others, and I also could not accompany others. But at that moment, giving me 3 chords, within 10 minutes, I went from not having that skill to completely having that skill, or at least that's how it felt for me. It was like somebody opened a door and there was this whole world of being able to accompany. And, I realized that that's what I teach in this class. Well, I do. I took exactly what she taught me, and I created this class called Sing and Play Harp. And what I did was take exactly that experience of 3 shapes that you don't have to know anything about music in order to play, but that once you just learn those 3 shapes, whoever you are, the entire world of folk music opens up, of all chords that have only three chords, which was pretty much the entire world of music when I was 7. And it just follows that same idea that there are shapes that make sounds. So, I came from Alabama with my banjo on my knee. I'm bound for, I only need one hand for this, and it just moves. It doesn't move very far. Notice that this doesn't move. It just moves a little bit, just moves a little bit in a way. I don't know why this is so important to me. No, I do know why, because that moment, these moments in my life with her were so important to me that I want to make them happen over and over again. And it feels very empowering and magical and whatever when I can make it happen for someone else, or maybe I'm always hoping that will happen. So I just want to point out that this is 3 shapes: this shape, and then this shape. So if you keep coming back to this one, which is the C, and then up here, this is the F, and then this is the G. So it's 3 shapes. So this idea of shapes really got in my head. You don't need to know anything but the shapes. I don't even have to look. Like my only one hand. Not that I always remember which one happens, but so that was great. And then what was so fun is I realized you could also and it was that right. So you can make the harp sound like a ukulele, but you can't. Well, maybe you can make the ukulele sound like a harp. I don't know. So that was my first musical lesson. And it was huge because I had that feeling I can do anything now. And I could. And then when I got to be 10, there was life between there. When I got to be 10, and when I was 10, by the way, we moved every year. So I can remember how old I was at a certain time when a certain thing happened, because I can just see when it happened. I can, okay, yeah, we were 10. I was 10 because we were here. Anyway, apparently there was a piano teacher up the street. And so she sent me up to the piano teacher because obviously I was playing music all the time. I just wanted to play music all the time. I'd started messing around with the piano. And so she sent me to this piano teacher. And I will never forget, although I try and I don't remember it very well, the book she gave me. The book the teacher gave me had a chicken, and it was some, I don't even know what it was. It wasn't music to me. And I remember thinking, and I think saying to her, I was thinking, why am I doing this? And I asked her, hasn't anybody else ever done this? And she was like, yes. And plenty of people have done this. And I was like, well, didn't they do it well? And she was like, yes. And we were talking about a little baby music book. And she was like, yes, many people did it well, except for you. And I was just like, well, then why do you need me to do this? And this was really my thinking. Why would I need to do something that somebody else had already done? Which kind of doesn't make sense now that I'm saying this, because obviously plenty of people played the ukulele, whatever. I don't know. That was in my head. I came back home and I said to my mom, can you just tell me how it works? How does music work? And she did. She sat down. I think she said, what do you want to play? And I was like, I want to play April Love because I love Pat Boone. I liked Pat Boone because there was something he was in some movie and he wore this sweater over his, I don't know why. Anyway, so she showed me how. She was like, this is a C chord. There was no harp. It was a piano. This is a C chord. And then if you add, and that's the 1, that's the 3, and that's the 5. I'm sure she explained it better. And then she said, and then you can add more notes. And then it becomes there's a 7th note. And that's pretty much as she told me. So she told me what she knew. And again, I had the feeling like, great, I know everything. It was like you go to your mom and you're like, how do you cook an egg? And they're like, oh, well, you break the egg and and you're like, great, got it. And I felt that way about music. And then she just let me play. I think there were a couple other times in life where she came in and yelled at me for something musical. I know what she said. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I remember she came in and yelled at me when I was probably 13 or 14. And she was like, song form, ABA, go back to the tune at the end. So apparently I would just go off on these. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying that this too I got from my mom. So I got an understanding of how music works. I got a delight in describing and sharing for others like how it works so that they can play with it. And I got a delight for performing, and I got a sense that of course people compose music, and that's what my life is. So my life is, my watch is telling me it's time to drink water. Okay, one moment, please. This is not something I thought I'd say as a child. My watch is telling me it's time to drink water. Okay. So my life is, I can look at it as like I'm three things: a composer, a performer, and I teach. I have an online school. Or I can look as if I am the solution to creative engagement. So when I'm on stage, I get to be creatively engaged with playing the harp, doing a concert. And I'm going to be doing a concert in LA, in Los Angeles in just a couple of weeks. And all you have to do is go. I'm going to give you okay, now I'm going to show you, I want to show you where you can connect. It's working. Sorry. I had it all worked out here. Whatever, go to the events page at hipharp.com. But I made this thing and I want to pull it up. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. So I'm a composer, performer, and have this, and I always get nervous when I start talking about this. Oh, it's partly because I feel like, no, you have to be one thing. Which are you? Well, the truth is, and now, as of today, Mother's Day, 2026, I know why I don't think that I have to be one of those things. Because my mother was all those things. She was other stuff too, but she was all those things. She was an educator and she educated me. She was a performer that blew me away. Showed me that you can be both those things. And she wrote music, and all of that fit in one person. And it is the solution to creative engagement with whatever you're doing. It's a solution to being able to support other people in being creatively engaged. That's what she did. She gave me the skills so that I could be creatively engaged. I got to see her be creatively engaged. She gave me the skills to be creatively engaged. And she gave me vehicles, songs with which to be creatively engaged. And that, I hate to admit that I am, my mother, because I am and I'm not. She gave me those things. And most importantly, she gave me permission to be all those things. And it's that permission that I want to give in everything that I do. And it is my goal to give permission for creative engagement in life when I'm performing on a stage, to give permission and skills and the tools and the one little thing that someone needs, or all things that people need, so that they can be creatively engaged, and to create music that people can take and be creatively engaged with. And the beauty of all that is that I also got to see someone. I got to see how magical it is when someone is creatively engaged. And if I can give them the tools, if I can give them the vehicles, if I can whatever, then I get to see that in others. And while my mother and I had a tough relationship, and I left home when I was 16, today, many years later, decades later, I'm standing here in 2026 and I'm thinking, what a huge, huge gift, and what an incredible framework for life and creative engagement this person gave to me. And I want to give that as well in whatever way that I can. So, happy Mother's Day. It's kind of like saying happy being alive day. Happy being able to experience what you got. And that's what I got. I got that mother. And I'm just so deeply grateful for her today. And for her sisters. Because when she died, her sisters, my aunts, took on some of those roles. So I want to read. So thank you. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, AG. And Joe Jean, this says this song, The Nightingale. I'm just going to pull this up. Because I love this. How come there's not a white thing behind it? That's so weird. This song, The Nightingale, is the reason I started learning the harp, because it is truly so beautiful. The moment I heard it, I thought, I have to learn the harp. I want to play this song. What I love about that is when I hear you saying that, I see myself as a 7-year-old getting to play the ukulele. I see myself getting the joy of having an instrument and being able to play. And now, Joe, this is great. And now Jodine is saying, now I've bought a pedal harp and I can play some classical pieces. And it all started because of your song. Thank you. Thank you. And yet more. I really loved all the different versions you've performed, but today's version was the most beautiful and moving one I've ever heard. Thank you. Well, thank you for being with me here today. And for anyone who watches this later, because I know lives don't always get watched in the moment that they're there. Thank you for celebrating with me. And I feel like I come out of this with just so much more joy and so much more connection to this person. And really feel, all that I got, and all that I get to pass on. So much so that there is yet more and more and more and more to pass on. So I hope I will see you. I hope I'll see you at my show in LA. If you missed the little thing that goes up, just go to my website, hipharp.com/events. That's hip as in cool, harp as in the instrument.com. And it'll also, if you play the harp, I'm doing a really cool class. And I'm smiling, I'm laughing because I'm thinking that it also goes back to being a kid. It's called 6 Tunes in 6 Weeks. It's a framework for creating music with improv in a way that makes it super easy to learn. And then as you play it, your improvisation skills develop and develop and develop. And that is exactly what I got to do as a kid. Instead of having to sit down and learn to read sheet music, I got to learn to play things in their simplest form, to combine them, well, with theater or whatever. I didn't start improvising instrumentally until I was an adult, but to be able to combine things in a way that as you play them, you learn. So learning to me was not go take your piano lesson and practice. It wasn't that. Learning music was go play with the thing that you just discovered. I'm going to say that again. Go play with the thing that you just discovered. And that is how I learned to play. And that's what I want to pass on as well in this class, which used to be called Improv Rondo, but then nobody knew what that meant. So I called it What You Get Out of the Class, which is 6 tunes in 6 weeks. And more importantly, the ability to use this framework similar to what I learned as a kid, which is to take something that you can do and combine it with something that is anyway. If you're interested, come to the class, and then you'll find out about it. And thank you for being with me here today to celebrate Mother's Day and everything that means. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. And until then, go forth and harp on what you love.